Hello everyone. We'll see how the camera works and all that because I'm in my new place. It looks like it's going to do the... Ooh. What if I gotta turn that one off? Hold on, let me see. Let me see. Let's see. One off, maybe? See if that makes it happier. Because I know that's bright. We'll find out. Oh. Might keep doing the back and forth. Otherwise, somewhere, put the chat. Trying to think where that is to make it so it doesn't autofocus. Suppose I have to do that before the stream, I'm assuming. We'll see. Hopefully it doesn't autofocus too much. I know that gets annoying. Okay. Bored old fart says, it's fine. Relax. If you can't tell, I'm tired. It's been a lot of moving, work, but I thought, hey, I can go live for a little bit. Hopefully the internet connection is good. I was going to use the hotspot I'm using from the library, but I'm thinking my phone hotspot is better. Yeah. I think I'm going to check something. Anyways, I see Toy Man Bar and Grill is here. Hi, honey. And Lee is here. And yeah, I'm going to check something. Otherwise, it's going to just bother me. I'm going to put on a countdown. I'm going to see if I can check this behind the scenes quick. Yeah, I'll be right back. Well, never mind, because I'm streaming, so I can't do it right now. So you're just going to have to put up with it. And I'm going to have to put up with it. Anyway, I see Annie is here. Good to see you. I'm not planning to be on for very long anyways. So, yes. So at some point, I will probably show you around the place that I have now. Not at the moment, though, because I'm still unpacking. This side is okay, though. That side is getting better. Apparently Fish is in dream mode. Yeah. Dreaming. Yes, that's what I'm doing. Oh wait, I better make sure my mic is correct. Nope, it's not. Hold on. That should be better. For that, I know it got unplugged at one point here for some reason. There you go. I'm going to have myself some yogurt. Does anybody here have a drink in hand, be it juice, coffee, cappuccino, tea? Yeah. And then let me know in the chat how it is. I guess it is what it is, whatever it is. I just ate a bean and cheese burrito. So if you hear snap, crackle, pop, it's me. Oh, okay. And Lee has coffee. I'm going to assume that Ron has coffee. The bored old fart probably has tea. And I'm not going to look at my phone because it's just going to distract me. However it is how it is. It's not going to be perfect. I'm using my phone for internet. Even if they don't line up or something. So, I'm not going to worry about it. Bored old fart. There's not much I can do about it. Oh, you drink coffee. Okay. For some reason, I was thinking maybe you're a tea guy. So, yeah. For those of you here, if it bothers you, I could always do this. Anyway. What was I going to say? For those of you who know, I was lured for about a year. I'm very grateful she let me do that. It wasn't the easiest. I don't think it was the easiest for both of us, really. I think part of it was that and I have lived with people other times, and that was pretty challenging. But I will always be grateful for her because she didn't have to let me stay there. So I'm grateful I had a place to stay. Now I'm excited that I have my own space, and it's not just and yeah, it's just been a lot in the last couple of days. It's already been a lot. I've had my first job and my second job. And the second job, the people there are wonderful. They're like a big happy family. They're very supportive. The only thing is the hours are kind of all over the place, and it is physically very demanding, which is wearing me out a bit. But they are wonderful. I'm buffering, huh? Yeah, that's why I'm not going to go too long, because I figured it's not going to go very good. But I just wanted to say hi to everyone. Eventually I'll get internet here, and then that'll be better. I wonder if I have the camera off, if that would help. my camera off for about 5 minutes. Let me know less buffering if I have the camera off. Oh, that's funny, Lee. I could always try the hotspot here too to see if that's any better. I see Sparky is here. I don't have anything. Okay. What? How did I watch that? I did not. I want this. Let's go. There we go. Yes. Oh, stop it, buttons. All right. So for gigs, I'm gonna switch to the internet. And okay. I will probably freeze for a moment. I might already be buffering. Here we go. Okay. So I just switched to the other one. Let me know if it's the same or better. When I say the other one, it's an internet hotspot that I'm borrowing from the library at the moment. I'm going to turn off the hotspot on my phone because when I have to return that, it'd be nice to have a little of that left. So let me know. Is it better? Is it the same? Is it work? Or is it worse? Usually my phone is better than the hotspot, so that's why I thought I'd start out with that. But who knows? Yes, Sparky, it's a bigger home. Like I said, once I get things kind of put away, I could take you guys on a tour. It's a little bit, it's not terrible, but you know, still got some stuff laying around. So I just moved in on, well, the 1st. April 1st is when I moved in. And so, what is today? The 4th? Yeah, so it's only been a couple days. Plus work still and all the busyness of life. 200% better? Okay. How is that? The other day I was trying to do a private chat and it was buffering. And so that's why I thought I'd use my phone, but now apparently it's the other way. And it may blurb out anyways. It's not going to be perfect. Anyway, at least I have 2 different options for the moment. Like I say, I do plan to get internet. I think it's $70 a month. So, yeah, just got to save up for that. Yeah, this is not going to probably be good because I'm already tired today. And I go into my new job from 2 to 10 today, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. But slowly but surely, I'm getting things put away here, and then I'm going to focus on my online business again. Why the move? Well, where I was staying for that whole entire time was difficult. And she was doing that to be nice. Yes, I paid her rent, more of a minimal rent, but I did pay her rent. And she was just trying to give me a landing point when I first got back to Minnesota. She was really, really wanting her independence back. And truly from from the get-go, I knew that it wasn't going to be the greatest. We had great conversations at times, but then it just got to be difficult too. So we were both ready to be away from each other. And I knew that by the end of this month, I would have been there for a whole year already. So that, and so I've been looking for a place. And then I found out after the fact, when I found this place, that she had let me know that on the first, she was going to let me know I had a month and then I needed to be out. So it was a combination that I was ready to be out and or I would have been kicked out because it was time. So it was a combo. So now I have a house that has, on this main floor, it has 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, of course, and then I have access to my own kitchen. They're working on the basement right now. Eventually, when the basement is done, there will be 2 bedrooms down there also, which will turn this home into a 4-bedroom. There is no washer and dryer yet at this point, which is a little inconvenient, but they're going to get that in as soon as possible. They have hookups for such, just not the machines. And that will be located in the basement once that gets done. There is also an attic, upstairs loft space that could be utilized as a bedroom or a whatever room. So the cool thing is it'll end up being from a 2-bedroom to a 4 or more bedroom space. Plus it's an actual house, so it's not an apartment, because I was looking at apartments, things I could afford, and this ended up being on the radar. So it's pretty cool. Oh, that's true. Word old fart, like you said, the time of day might be why. Could be. I see Gil Skills is in the house. Nice to see you, my friend. And yeah. Oh, yeah. Oof. Train in the basement. Well, that could happen. Oh, and that makes me think I was letting Toyman know this yesterday that, well, I happen to be wearing this shirt. This is a train shirt, right? Yep. Ron's train shirt. I was lacking on laundry and I hadn't worn it in a while. So I wore this to my work yesterday because I can wear more so what I want at the senior job. And one of the seniors asked me, he said, "Ooh, I noticed your shirt." And then he wondered, I said, "Well, it's my boyfriend's shirt." Well, that's where it came from. It's his channel. He's into trains. So then he was wondering, well, what kind of trains? Long story shorter, I found out that he does or did the whole layout thing too. The model trains. And sounds like he was in a club, and I could be wrong. I thought he said there was like 500 people or something in this organization or club. I might be thinking wrong. There was a 500 in there somehow. But it was a big thing. Even if my numbers are wrong, I know it was a big thing. And they traveled around. He said about California. He went to San Diego, California at one point, and they have like a really big, cool layout there apparently. Anyway, he's big into that. He has HO scale train things, like the trains themselves and so on, obviously. Because when I did get talking about Ron having the layout, he said, "Oh, what size? What scale?" Right? And sadly, he hasn't been able to utilize his train layout and trains and such because, well, he's had a stroke and now he's dealing with Parkinson's, and it's just he's not able to do it anymore. And so he's pretty excited to find out about somebody else that has HO scale. So long story longer now, when Ron comes this way eventually, then he could go and see what he has. He says he has good quality things. And I know he has like Conrail, which made me think of Sparky. But anyway, I thought that was pretty cool. So might have a good source of HO scale trains that maybe even I could go and figure out. And yes, eventually when the basement is done, There you go. We could put trains down there. Oh. Yes, I'm happier. I'm just tired. I'm just tired. I like the brightness of the room, door, window. Yes. That's another factor. I was living in a basement for the last year. And you don't get as much sun down there. Now all the blinds are shut at the moment, but I could open the blinds and there's a difference. Living in the basement, I mean, it wasn't the creepiest basement, but living in a basement is just more gloomy. So I'm glad to be up in the world. I get to be on a main floor. I see hunting and stuff with J&J is here. Nice to see you. Well, now that I'm using the library hotspot, as long as we're not buffering, I can go a little longer than I was planning. Because originally, when I thought I'd be using my phone, I thought, well, maybe a half hour because I don't want to use up all my hotspot. But now that I'm using the library Wi-Fi, as long as I'm not buffering too badly or anything, then we can go maybe for like an hour. And then I'll have to start, prepping and thinking about going to work. Yes, a lot going on because work doesn't quit. So moved a few things and then, well, this all happened, like I said, on Tuesday. So I was working Tuesday. I got the okay from the landlord here. He actually gave me the code to move in, even prior to paperwork and money and all that, because he knows. Well, basically, my oldest knows him. They work together, I believe, and stuff. He knows my oldest boss, and there's all this connection that worked out here at the end. So it was really cool that he let us have the code because we were able to move in sooner than we would have been able to, because he wanted to start it on the 1st, but then they were busy themselves. They, meaning him and his lady, they were busy. They're out of town. But then Wednesday is when they came by that evening, and it just worked out nice. I got everything moved. I went back on Wednesday to kind of tidy up and clean and find the final, here's your keys, here's your garage opener, to the lady I was staying with. And so everything is all finished. It was a lot, but I just wanted it done, be done. Especially before I work like tonight and tomorrow. I actually did have Wednesday off, so once I was off of work on Tuesday, I was able just to focus on moving. And then I had some other things, but it wasn't work-related yesterday. Wait, not yesterday. 2 days ago. My brain's already getting smushed. Tuesday, I moved out. Wednesday, I cleaned the house, and I'm done there. Thursday, I worked again at the other job, my original job. Now, today I work at my new job, and tomorrow I work at my new job. So, yeah, just busy. And then Sunday and Monday, I finally get 2 days in a row off. Another factor is previously, well, let's see, that'd be Tuesday. When I was working Tuesday, that was my 9th day in a row of working somewhere. I have 2 jobs, but I worked 9 days straight. There was not a single day off in those 9 days. So I worked 9 days and I moved everything into this new house. So I had off, but yet I didn't really feel like it because it's a lot of work. But we did it. Me and my crew. We did it. Okay. Well, that's good, Sparky. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, so the other nice thing is, there's so many nice things. I get to be on the main level. It's brighter when the sun is out. I can leave like dishes in the sink if I can't get to it right away, or if I need to soak something. I'm excited because I can start things like sauerkraut and other things I want to start that might be sitting on the counter that I couldn't have done as easily at the other place. And what else? Oh, if I want to invite somebody over, I can do that, be it family, friends, so on and so forth. I don't have to be like, is it okay if no? Because out of respect, if you have another person in the house, you need to do that. But being it's just me mostly, well, I guess I don't talk much about my family, but I know he's okay with me talking about him. But me and my oldest are living here at the moment with some visitors, let's say. Rock on. Are you still able to have company in May? Well, yeah, because this is my own place. I do have to confirm and make sure that work did remember to have me blocked out for the 9th through the 11th because I gave him that way ahead of time. I haven't seen it reflected in the schedule yet, but they haven't scheduled out that far. So I just want to make sure that didn't get lost because I did give it to him kind of early. It's a new home. No, I don't make enough to buy it. It's just a rental. It's a rental, but it's nice to have my own space. Eventually, I'd like to have something that's more my own. But for now, this is as much as it will be. Whew. Yeah. As you can see, it comes with this huge TV. Or it looks huge to me. Maybe it doesn't look as big in the screen right now, but there's actually a TV screen out here, and then there's a TV screen like right above my bed too. Yeah. Well, no, actually, Gil Skills, it's even better yet now because it's like my house, my rules kind of thing. So, the other nice thing is I was able to bring my grill with me. Now, if I want to use it, I will have to purchase some propane tanks because that was the deal at the other place that she provided the propane and Ron and I provided the grill. And I would say just because I was busy and stuff, she probably used it 3/4 of the time. So it was a great deal. It worked out well. But at the end, I did offer to see if she wanted to maybe purchase it for a lesser cost, if she wanted to keep it. And then maybe I would just end up getting another one. But she was like, no. So I left her propane tank and I took the grill. So that's kind of cool that I have a house also. Because if I had an apartment, that wouldn't work very well. Can't really grill in your apartment. That's true, scrapping on the fly, because I wouldn't be able to really afford all that right now anyway. I know everybody has different opinions. Some people are big on you need to own a place, and other people are like renting is better. It probably all depends on where you're sitting in life and how you look at it. Because do any of us really own anything? Really? I mean, if you paid off a house, paid off your mortgage, and then they say it's yours, who says it can't be snatched up from you by somebody if they felt like it? They could in like 2 seconds, in my opinion, I guess. Anyway, doesn't mean I don't want to own a place one day, but as long as you have a decent landlord, it's probably fine to rent too. And like you said, as long as they're decent and they keep things going, because I've heard there's pros and cons, right? I've heard of great landlords that are good and on top of things, maybe barter, different things. Where there's some landlords that will not fix anything, well, then that doesn't make it very good either. I suppose a nice thing with renting is if you want to put a hole in the wall or, I don't know, do things like remodeling, you can just do it without asking. So it just depends on what you're looking into. Well, yeah. Like I said, it depends on how you look at it. And like I say, from what I hear and from my opinion, this is only my opinion, I guess. But if the big guys really wanted to, they can snatch anything away from you at any time, be it you own it or not. So. Nope, I'm only keeping this house for my daughter. She's my landlord. Oh, okay. I don't get into people's business. I thought you had your own place before now. No. Well, yes and no. I mean, I was in a house that was paid for and all that. And I do. I don't know. That just gets into stuff, I guess. But I was in a house that was paid for when I was with my ex. And then after I left there, then I was in Canada for a year with Ron, or about a year, 11 months. And then so just kind of with him. And he was in a home for a while, like a paid home. And then he went to a rental. And then when I came back, then I started renting. And then now I'm still renting. So, different times in my life, there's been different things. Oh, Gil says that he's on the tail end of the mortgage, so I might as well ride it out and pay it off. There you go. I own 2 places, one not livable yet, and I can't get help remodeling. Oh, geez. Well, speaking of remodeling, you would never believe it. This house, the landlord got it for a very, very minimal price, apparently. But it did not look very nice inside. It looked like it was in a demolition derby or something. It was apparently the previous owner was starting to tear it apart because he was probably going to remodel it, but then things happened in life, like I don't know, there was family stuff or whatever, so then he sold it to this guy who has been putting a lot of work into it. He's had this place, I believe, for about a year or so, and as you can see, it doesn't, it's finished on this level anyways. He's done a lot of work and made it go from being lots of tender loving care to being livable. Actually, more than livable. It's very nice. Like I said, when I get things situated and put away, then I will give you a little tour. But that's for another day. For now, you just get to see me, the door, and the window, and the TV. And I don't know if you can hear the train, but there's a train not far from here too. So I just heard it do its horn. Never had one of them bad words, Bob. Mortgage. So either let's see, you say you own 2 places. So you must have had enough money to pay it off right away. I guess, huh? Oh, yeah. Oofda, I say. I don't know how I'm going to stay up till 10 o'clock tonight. Not today. No. Scrapping. No tour today. That's just something you're just going to have to cling on and wait for. Yeah. You'll get a tour, just not today. There's not much to it. I mean, as I'm sitting here, I can look that way, and there's a kitchen over there. And if I shift a little bit, there's this door to go upstairs. If I shift a little more, there's my bedroom. Shift a little more, there's a pantry door. Shift a little more in the middle here, on the opposite side of me, there's a bathroom. I had a shower and a bathtub that I haven't even used yet. And then there's a bedroom right here. So, yeah, paid cash for both. There you go. Well, you might be broke, but you have no interest. Hopefully you can figure out how to get that one remodeled, though. That'd be helpful. Oh, The only problem with moving is then you can't find everything. I wasn't too concerned until today. I'm like, okay, I need certain things for my new job because I have like a name tag. I have a certain outfit I have to wear. The only thing I couldn't find after digging through things is I have like a fabric, I guess you'd call it, cooler bag that I got from them. And I have 2 like beverage cups in there. That'd been nice to find before I work today because I get free beverage while I'm working. So I just grabbed another of my own mugs or tumblers or whatever, and I'll just use that for if I want soda or if I want a cappuccino, and then I can bring a bottle of water. And that'll be good enough for tonight. At least I have my name tag and my outfits because I am required to have that. The cooler bag and stuff, that's just more my options. Must be a condo. It's just a small house. It's not connected to anything else. Because a condo means it's connected, right? It's just a very small house. That he's rearranged the design on the floor to make it so you can have more things going on. I'm trying to remember. I want to say it was a 1-bedroom house originally. I can't remember for sure now. It either was a 1-bedroom or they just moved. I know they moved it. Like right behind me was a bedroom. So maybe it was a 2-bedroom, but the 1-bedroom was on this side. I think that's what it was. Yeah, so there's a little bedroom over there that used to be over here. I do like what he did to make it more open. So basically, you come in the door, and then there's like a living room, dining room, kitchen. It's like all open, pretty much, right? And then the more enclosed side is just the other side, which is the bedroom, the bathroom, my bedroom, and then if you turn, then you got the upstairs door. And you turn more, and then you go in the kitchen. But anyway, it would have been more closed up, I think, the way it used to be, because there was a bedroom, I guess, behind me, and then where my computer is here used to be where the bathroom was. So it kind of sounds like he would have came in and kind of went around. So yeah, he rearranged. Don't overdo it. Well, I think I already have, because I feel like I need to go to sleep. Oh, but I need to go work. Yeah, I like the open floor plan. It's just, especially in a smaller space, it makes it feel a little bigger. The more enclosed, then the more small it's going to feel. Yeah. So, how's life for all of you all? I just want to say thank you for anybody's patience in here, because I know I've already had delays in regards to my online, well, not just mine, me and Sparky's online business, which got slightly more delayed just because I just moved and all that. But I just need to push through, and I will be getting that figured out. And like I said, I have Sunday and Monday off from work, so that'll give me a fair chance to get that nailed down. It's like, I want to have this done before my birthday. Come on now. My birthday's the end of this month, so yeah, gotta get her done here. And I'm not saying it on April 1st, and I'm not just fooling around. Haha. And there's Joey. Hi, Joey. And yes, I know Gil Skills. I'm sure he was asking to make sure I'd be able to see people and stuff because he's planning to come and visit in May. It's coming up. I got 14 days. Life is painful. I hear the neighbor's dog. It sounds like the neighbor's dog is all bark but not bite, according to my all bark but no bite. Yeah, who knows, right? But according to my landlord, that's how that is. Some dogs can be that way. Oh. There's so much more I want to do, but I'm almost thinking maybe I need to lay down for a bit after this. I think I got up too early. And it was just I got up. It wasn't like I put an alarm for it. Speaking of alarms, do I have more alarms for later? That'd be funny. Live stream and have my alarm go off. No, I don't think so. Oh, yep. 10:30. That went off already. There we go. I've had a few people here like locally ask me like, "Oh, are you enjoying your new place?" It's like, "Well, yes, but I haven't had much time to enjoy it yet either." Cuz I just moved things Tuesday after work, which means I didn't get done till like early Wednesday morning of finally getting everything out cuz I wasn't all the way packed and ready because I've been working for the last 9 days, So I was resting and there was other things I had to do after work sometimes. So if I would have had everything packed, it would have been more efficient, but it is what it is. So I didn't get done moving till about, I don't know, like 1 a.m. on Wednesday, and then went to bed once I was able to, and then, cleaned out the old place and had some other errands to do that day. Did the paperwork and paid my first rent, and Thursday I worked. Friday I'll be working now here, in a bit. It just goes on and on. Beth is in the house. Hello, hello. Good to see you, Beth. How are you doing today? Well, at least I'm this is not a green screen, folks. This is real. This is like a living room kind of scene. Oh, that there is what do you call it? An electric fireplace, I think you call it. It's not built yet, as you can see. It's just down there. Let's see. You can't really see because the chair is in the way. We gotta I say we because if we build it and stuff, I think then there's a barter with the rent. We or he or somebody will be building that. Then there'll be a nice little cool fireplace display. I think you can have it going just to see it without the heat. Otherwise, in the winter, obviously, you can have the heat on. So it'll be like a heater in a sense. But it looks like fire, right? But it's not. So that's kind of cool. Oh, you're feeling good today, Beth? That's good. That's good. Oh, there we go, Bill. Fishy is a wonderful, independent, working woman that gets no guff from anyone. Oh, yeah. Independent. Oh, did you spell it wrong? I don't know. I see him say independent, LOL. Oh, I said independent, but apparently there was a spelling dilemma. It happens to all of us, or happens to me anyway. I get those funny typos all the time. I know the other night, last night, because that's something else that was happening. I went to work, and I was at my parents' house because we had a nice Passover dinner together. But to confirm on the time, I sent a text And I think it was supposed to be a total of 3 different words, right? Or phrases, or however you want to look at it. Not phrases, words. I was just thinking because the last one was a number. But anyways, this is what it was supposed to say, something like, it's, no. Oh, I could look at my text. I don't know exactly what I said. But it was like 3 words, and then I screwed that up. It's like, really? I can't even do 3 words without a typo. Okay, where was that? Hold on. Here it is. Okay, actually, it was supposed to be only 2 words. That's even worse. I meant to say 6 p.m., correct? ? In regards to what time. And I think I had an autocorrect because I don't believe I typed this. It wouldn't make sense. But my original text that I had to say, oh, LOL typo, it said 6 p.m. could correct? ? I think it was autocorrect because why would I put could in there? So I went from 6 p.m. could correct ? To LOL typo 6 p.m. correct ? Anyway, I was like, wow. Doesn't matter how many words you might have, you can still have typos. It happens to the best of us. Yep. Whew. I don't know how I'm going to survive tonight. Holy cowsy. At least the sun is out today. That's kind of nice. The sun has not been out the last couple days. Actually, the day I was moving, it decided to snow again. Thankfully, it didn't amount to much, and it did quit. But at first, when I got done with work, and I had to go get some gas and stuff, and I'm like, really? And then the wind picked up. I'm like, okay, it's snowing, it's windy, but I have to move. I forgot about that. So that was an added factor on moving day. Oh, silliness, huh? Silliness. Is it? The sun is out there. Cool. Or warm. Oh, wow. Yes. Yeah, so, May. I will get to see Bob in May, and then I guess, Bob, you'll have to chit-chat with Brian and figure out stuff, because it kind of sounds like he is planning maybe to tag along, but I guess we'll have to figure out those details too, because people don't know unless you speak of what the plans are, right? It looks like it is sunny at your place today. Last night we had rain and then snow on top of it last night. Now it's melting. Yeah, we had snow on Tuesday, and then thankfully it didn't amount to much like before when it was like 8 inches and 5 inches when I had to go to or come back from work. It happened on both ends. The 8-inch day I had to go to work before the plows were really out. Not on the back streets anyway. And then on the 5-inch day, there was no snow until I was leaving. I didn't even know it was going to snow that day, to tell you the truth. Yeah, no, I didn't know that. But that was only 5 inches, not 8, huh? A breeze. Good thing I still had my little handy dandy snow scraper. I mean, that probably just will live in the car anyways, so I still had it. And I needed it that day. The 8-inch was like the light fluffy stuff. You just slammed the door and the snow just fell down off of the car mostly. But the 5-inch day, which was the one that we had later, it must have, actually I know it did. It rained and then it snowed and it sleeted. Anyways, it was the kind of snow that stuck to your car because it was kind of icy. It was kind of hard to open the door to the car. Yeah.
Now, on Tuesday, on moving day when it was starting to snow, it was like the big, fat, fluffy snow. And it snowed some, but it was like a dusting. And then by the middle of the night, when I was still moving, it was just wet. There was no more really snow. And there's a little bit of snow, I guess you see in spots, but it's like mostly green grass you're seeing now. Can you believe it? Green grass. Woo! It's green. It's greening up. It's a good thing. Why does it seem like I'm doing all the talking? Come on, people. Just kidding. I can't hear you. That's funny. I wouldn't be able to hear you anyway. Ha! Yeah, so I'm excited, but there'll be some things that I'll have to get now that I'm not with my landlord, because there are some things I was utilizing of hers, like bath towels, for example. She had some extra bath towels she let me use. Some extra bed sheets she let me use. So was nice to let me use some things. So obviously when I moved out, that was the end of that. I also got to get some like utensils for flipping things in my pans and just start adding. The one thing is, Ron was originally planning to come down around my birthday. Okay, originally he wasn't going to come till July. But then he was going to be like, oh, I miss you. I'm going to come see you in April around your birthday. Well, then the whole tariffs and people not being very kind to Canadians came up. So obviously he's not going to come for a little bit. A side note, obviously I want to see him, but he was also going to be bringing some kitcheny stuff, which have been really handy right now. But it is what it is. I'll add to it as I'm able to. Yeah. Piece by piece. Oh, yeah. But yeah, now I have my own kitchen, so I figured when I have the energy and time and whatever to do it, now when I do videos in the kitchen, I can do it all I want. And I won't have a background person watching, potentially watching. She didn't always, but it just feels more private, more independent, and I like that. Bob is running away. Are you bobbing out on us? I'll be ending here in a few minutes anyway, so thank you for stopping in. Yepers. So that'll be nice. I can probably talk during my cooking, because usually I would just kind of blank that out because there's usually a dog, or I don't know, I just didn't want to talk in front of her, or I mean, I'm sure I could have a few times. It's just different. It's nice to be more in my own space. That's all. There will be times when they're doing construction in the basement, it might be too loud still, but at least I still have the kitchen space. I can show you all the things I'm doing, which won't just be baked goods. Maybe like here'sy and there'sy things. I don't know. I could do it more often. I can also do, when I do like my sauerkraut and other things, I can show you how I do that. Yeah. Just thinking here, a lot of things I can do. It's just the time and energy now. That's the part. What is it? It's 11:30 my time, so that's good. It'll give me some time to either get a couple more things done or relax, or both. I gotta go cook. Tea having pea chips. Chippies! Alright, Lee, I'll talk to you again soon. Buddy there? Yes? Have a good day, and I hope everything's going good at your place. furnace is kicking in. There's actually some hooks over there by the door too. I suppose I can turn it a little bit so I can show you that. See? There's a hook there for coats or hats. And there's a bedroom there. Oops, I want to show you all the things. Yeah, so that's kind of nice. There's 4 hooks there, so when you first come in, you can hang up your hat, your coat, your whatever. As you saw for a blurb there, there's like a little landing spot for your shoes. I do have to get a bigger, like a mat or something, because they provide like a small little mat, but there's not much space there. And then it's a little bit muddy-ish in the yard area. So a bigger mat would be good. And maybe eventually, if we could put more rock or paving stones or something. I think they need more rock in the driveway too. It's just like gravel, but a little bit more mud right now driveway. So thus, shoes come off, but it's going to trail in a little bit. Just figuring out some of that kind of stuff too. Yeah. And I'm about to like fall asleep. So unless you guys have anything else to chat about, I think I will end the little chit chat. I actually went longer than I was originally planning anyways, because when I was trying to maybe use my hotspot on my phone thinking that would be better, which it wasn't, I figured I'd only want to use like half an hour of it. But hey, we went for almost an hour using the library Wi-Fi, so thank you to the library. Apparently it worked pretty good at the very moment. Probably because most normal people are at work right now. There's all kinds of shifts, and yeah, most people work like a 9 to 5 or something like that, right? Oh yes, Beth, I was able to find this actually through word of mouth, really. Another little factor before I say how, I guess, is the guy bought the place for not too much, really, and he put a lot of work into it. There are some extra things here to utilize, maybe some pans and stuff, because and there's some decor out too. It's partially furnished basically already. I think they just clarified it as being furnished. Like these chairs behind me, that's not my chair. And there's another one here that you can't see now because apparently I put it up too high. Right there's another chair. Anyway, and then the thing I have my computers on right now is a big table. They're actually going to put this back at their house, which might be good because then I could bring my own couch and put it over here. I do have a couch. Anyway, they were turning it into an Airbnb. That's what they were doing. Well, in the midst of that now, they found out about me and my oldest boy, my oldest son, looking for a place. And my oldest son works for a man here downtown, and he was hoping that he wouldn't be too far away. And apparently the person he works for is really good friends with the person that bought and has this place. And so they talked, and basically he's still, one day I'll probably make this an Airbnb, but in the meantime, for a while, it's a rental for us. So it helps him out, it helps us out, because it gives him some income in the meantime. Like I say, the main level is complete, so we're able to live in it. They're in the midst of working on the basement. Like, part of it's already done, but they're just digging out some of it. And then eventually they'll do some more stuff in the upstairs attic area too. So depending how it goes, I guess, it depends on how long that they rent it, because they're okay with doing that too. Like I say, they were planning to do Airbnb, but maybe if it works out for both parties, maybe this is what it'll be for a while. And then the day that maybe I'm not here, then maybe they'll go back to the Airbnb idea. So it wasn't like something that was on the market or anything. It just word of mouth. So that worked out pretty good. So it's very cutesy. I guess I'll say it's very cutesy. His wife is the one that picked out the wall color. It's like a really, really light blue, I think. Anyway, I like the color. A lot when you see the rest. Well, you see the trim, it's white, right? So a lot of like what's in the kitchen, the cabinetry, cabinetry. Is that what it's called? Anyways, the cabinets and the drawers and the all that, it's all white too. So there's lots of blessings in it because I mean it helps him, and we will be able to maybe do some things to help barter with the rent. There wasn't like a waiting list or something of getting in or a whole bunch of background stuff to do because it wasn't like that wasn't his official goal. So it was ready when we were ready, and here we are. It worked out really good. So there you go. There's the how we got in here. All right then. Well, you all take care, and we shall see you next time. Thanks for being here.